Hi students, in this session we mainly discuss about map work. Already you have got the topic for your first assignment. So in the first assignment of geography, I have also included the map work. So this session will be a guideline for you that how to do the map work. So I'll be doing the video of map work in two parts. This is the first part of the map work of your geography assignment. So in this session, I will help you to understand the natural region. So you are given two topics of map work in the first assignment. That means the first topic of map work is that natural region, and the second topic of map work is that what is that bays, strait, gulfs, oceans, seas, etc. That means major water bodies. Okay, so two topic. The first one is natural region and second one is water bodies. Okay, so in this video I'll give an introduction about natural region. First of all, you should know what are natural region, then only you can do the map work of natural region. So in the first part I will give an introduction of natural region. In the second part of the map work I will be explaining that how to do the map work of natural region and also the map work of water bodies, that is ocean, seas, bays, strait, gulf, etc. Children, when you turn the first pages of your geography textbook, you find the syllabus, geography syllabus. So you please see the map work from your syllabus. It is given as like this. You see 7th number of syllabus is given map work. Okay. So when you go for this map work, you can find these topic under the map work. First, second, third, fourth and fifth. You see that which is the first topic is that given as natural region. You can see here natural region here in the first topic, and the second topic that you have to do is that the oceans, seas, gulfs and straits. So these are the two topics you have to do in the first assignment. Okay, so in this video I'll be explaining to you that what are natural region. So the map work will have the two part. This is the first part of map work. So in the second part of map work I will help you that how to mark the natural region in the world map, and also how to mark oceans, seas, gulfs and strait in the map of, that means physical map of the world map. Is that clear? Let us discuss about map work on natural region or climatic region. In order to discuss about natural region and climatic region, you should have an idea about the important latitudes which are passing through the earth. You know that children, equator is dividing the earth into two equal halves. You know that 0 degree latitude is equator, then Tropic of Cancer, here in the south Tropic of Capricorn, then Arctic Circle in the northern hemisphere, then Antarctic Circle in the southern hemisphere. So now let's see the world map and see this. Let us identify these latitudinal areas. You see here, suppose this is world map, you can see that number of horizontal line. You know that latitudes are the horizontal line which are passing through the earth. You can see these are all the important, these are all the latitude. Now which is the most important latitude which is dividing the earth into two equal half? You know that 0 degree latitude, that is equator dividing the earth into two equal half. So then each latitudes, you know, they have got different value points. So you see this location of the continents and countries. You see this Africa, there is the location of Africa in the middle, and you can see that which are the important latitude passing through Africa. Here you see equator is passing through Africa, Tropic of Cancer is passing through, and Tropic of Capricorn is also passing through Africa. Then you find this location of North America. You find that which are the important latitude passing through, equator is there and Tropic of Cancer. Now let us see the location of North America. Here you can see which are the important latitudes passing through. Here this we can call as, this is Tropic of Cancer, and here you can see somewhat here which latitude is there. Antarctic circle is passing through North America. So you understood that the countries in the world or continents in the world are lying in different latitudinal extent. So sun rays are not falling equally on all these part of the world. You know that we have learned that how the sun rays fall. Suppose sunrise falls in this region, that means in the equatorial region, direct sun rays, then as it move away from the equator, the sun rays slanting. Okay, so what happens is that maximum heat energy is experienced in the middle of the earth. That means from which latitude to which latitude? 30 degree north to 30 degree south, direct rays of the sun is falling. So these regions are known as, what is that? Tropical zone or tropical region. You get a clear idea from this map about tropical zone, temperate zone and polar zone. So according to the variation of temperature which is received on the earth, the places on the earth is divided into these important zones. Which are they? The first one is that tropical zone between 30 degree to 30 degree, this is 30 degree south to 30 degree north. Again between 30 degree to 60 degree you can find the temperate zone. This is north temperate zone and this is south temperate. This is also 30 degree to 60 degree south. Then below that, here in the southern hemisphere, you found the south polar zone. Then here above the north temperate zone you can find north polar zone. That is from north polar zone is from 60 degree to 90. Here it is 90 degree. Then here also 60 degree to 90 degree south polar zone. You know that this is north pole and this is south pole. Understood? So you found that continents and countries within the continents are lying in different latitudinal areas, and these latitudinal areas are receiving different level of heating of the sun. Accordingly, the climatic condition is also varying. You know that temperature plays an important role in the climatic condition. So since the tropical zone experiencing high amount of heat energy, so that climatic condition is completely different in this region. When you move towards the north polar region, here when you reach here it's temperate zone. That means there is no much hot or cold climatic condition. But when you reach to the polar region, extreme cold condition. Similar way, when you move to the south, you hear in the from the tropical region to temperate region, what happened? Temperature is being decreased. But here moderate climate, temperate. Okay, not so cold and not so hot. But when you reach the polar region, it is extremely cold. So accordingly, according to the variation of this temperature, climatic condition is varying. So that what happened? You know that all kind of animals cannot live in every kind of climatic conditions. If you look at polar bear, they can live only in the polar region because it is very cold region. You cannot find them in the desert region. The similar way, the features, geographical features are also different. You know that desert region, you see what kind of feature. Then you know there are mountainous regions are there. Other than that, plateaus are there. You see mountains. Then plateaus, plains. In all these regions, there is a what is that, geographical features are different. According to the variation of geographical features, means what you find a different type of animals and plants growing in this region, different type of soil is found. So what we said, geographical features are also an important factor which determine the what is the climatic condition of that natural region. Then plants are there, what is this, cactus, it is growing only in the desert region. Understood? So in different different natural region or climatic region, according to the variation of climatic condition, what happened, there grows different type of animals, plants, birds, even what is that, rainfall pattern is also different in this region, humid condition is different. Understood? So number of factors are affecting the climate of a what is natural region. Which are the factors? One of the important factor which affect the natural region or climatic region is that climatic condition of that place. Climatic condition means variation in the temperature. Variation in temperature causes the maximum heat in the tropical zone. So due to this maximum heating, what happens, evaporation rate also goes very high, that lead to the high amount of rainfall in this tropical zone. So this high amount of rainfall can cause the high rate of humidity in this region. Okay, so this humid and high rainfall condition causes the growth of dense forest, thick forest in these tropical zone. So there are different type of animals, reptiles, birds, etc. can grow in these dense forest. Okay, there are a variety of animals, birds, reptiles, even plants, etc. are found in this very thick and dense forest. But when you move ahead, move above, what happen, you reach to the temperate zone. Temperate zone, you see, the forests which grow in this region may not that thick. Okay, here in the south temperate zone also can be the same case. Here what is that, forest cannot be very thick forest, and even the size of tree also may not be so huge, they may not grow very tall like. So a lot of variation in the size and even their branches, even the time of shedding their leaves, all these things varies. So according to the type of forest, even the wildlife, that means animals, plants, reptiles, insects, all these are found in these forests, and this region are also completely different. Again, when you move to the polar region, what you can find, polar region also you see completely a different climatic condition. So that accordingly wildlife is different. Again, plant which are found, plants and animals, then all these things are different. So you can find, you understood the factors which affect the natural region or climatic region. Let's see which are the factors here one by one. We discussed about how climatic condition is affecting the natural region, then how the natural vegetation is depending upon the natural region or climatic region. Mainly you see when the temperature increases, what happen, that can cause the high rainfall. Then otherwise, if the temperature is low, means very low temperature, means in the polar region and all, not that kind of evaporation is taking place, humidity is low. So accordingly the vegetation here really means type of forests which are found in these region. Even forest, growth of plants, all these comes under the natural vegetation. These are all varying. Then accordingly soils are also varying. You know, desert region, what type of soil is found, polar region, what type of soil is found. Then wildlife, that means type of animals, birds, reptiles, etc. also vary. Why? Because according to the variation of forest, due to this variation in the natural region and natural or climatic region, wildlife also vary. Then relief features also determine the what is that, natural region. Now we can reach in the conclusion of natural region. Let's discuss now what is natural region. Let us know the definition of natural region. It is that it is a climatic region or a natural region is that one in which the climatic condition, natural vegetation, soil, wildlife and relief condition are generally common or approximately homogeneous. So how these things are generally common? That means natural vegetation, soil, wildlife, relief features are all generally common in the sense, you see this, we discussed about tropical region. You see this tropical region, if you look at the region which are lying in these areas, that means in the subtropical region, you will find a similar kind of forest. Okay, in all these regions you can find a similar kind of forest. Why similar kind of forest? Because almost the climatic condition is same. Cannot be exactly same, but approximately somewhat it is same in all these regions which are lying in the tropical region. Then even the what is that wildlife? Accordingly, the wildlife also can be found almost same. Then type of soil can be same. When the geographical features somewhat same. So all these understood. So you can find a common pattern of everything. Common pattern of climatic condition, wildlife, soil, then relief condition, etc. Is it clear? Now when you go to polar region, you see in the North Pole and also in the South Pole, you can see the almost. But South Pole, the difference is that here is no land, isn't it? In South Polar region is landless because it is only Antarctica is there, that is a white continent, very less human habitation. But North Pole, it is fully habitated because Russia is there, North America. These two continents are spreading over not only Asia and Europe, and North America is extending up to polar region. So what is that? There also you can find in the polar region everywhere same kind of trees are growing, same kind of plants, animals. The polar region of North America you will find the similarity. Then polar region of here also you can find similar type of animals, plants, etc.